Just get that in focus. And what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today's video we are going to be taking a look at something really special, that is Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. So I finally managed my way onto just getting hands on this thing. Like, it is a 1,05,000 rupee phone, and there are few of the points that make it a very premium device and not so premium at the same time. So again, I didn't have my extensive time with this thing. I only had like couple of hours or a day, to be honest. So I won't be making a complete full review, and forgive my avatar or how I just look. We are in mid-pandemic, and happy Independence Day. Today is 15th August, and yeah, we have a very special phone, to be honest, in our hand. And I have actually bought my first phone in 2020. Yep, I haven't bought myself anything, and it's coming to do. So I'm really hoping it's good, to be honest, but we'll say that later on. Right now, let's just focus on this beauty. Like, look at that Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. This phone is like pretty much very massive phone, to be honest, cause I am someone who uses a 10.5 inch tablet in one hand. But over here, as you can see, the design is very industrial, like just all the notes. But the camera bump over here, it's mad, to be honest. Like, someone who is coming from the Galaxy S10 Plus, I haven't actually bought this phone. This is a demo unit. Again, huge thanks to Samsung SmartCafé in Alibag for providing me this unit, so I can bring this review to you guys. So again, if you live near Alibag, just pay them a visit. They can surely finance your phone or just help you in any kind of discounts and stuff if you want any kind of flagship phone or just accessories of Samsung. Again, address is in the description. But just talking more about this phone, Mystic Bronze. This color is so beautiful, I just can't explain it words. If you have seen pictures or any high-res photos of it, you just can't get the feel of it. You have to actually hold this phone in hand, and I have been using this phone almost without the cover, and it's, if not one of the most slipperiest things, to be honest. Like, it is pretty slippery. Again, if you just put a cover on it, it doesn't justify how beautiful this phone is. Like, there are shimmers all over the body. Then again, the texturized feel of it is just wow. You can even hear that matte finishing. It's very premium. It looks like a marble finish, to be honest. But the camera bump here is so you have to have a massive case over here, which can even house a battery itself. Like, look at that bump. It's so weird. Another things around the body, you have a very squarish design, and the bezels over here are so fine. Like, look at that. Like, the bottom bezel is still much lesser than an iPhone 11 Pro Max, and all the bezels around are much more smaller than that. I mean, it's not equal, but it's closer to something like equal. Like, look at that. Amazing job done by Samsung. Again, we have a very tiny speaker at the front with a very tiny punch hole. Like, it's much more smaller than the Note 10 Plus, so that looks again amazing. With the 120Hz panel, again 6.9 inches. It's almost like a phablet. So you have all the volume buttons on the right and the lock button right over here, which is rememberable, and the S Pen is on the left. So this is one of the things which actually bugged me out a lot, that I actually owned a Note 9 previously, and I did actually like the design of it. It was very bulky, it was huge. Of course, it's a Note, but it was very squarish. I'm more kind of like a S series phone. Currently, I own a Galaxy S10 Plus, and I won't be switching it for almost this year. Like, I don't feel comfortable switching a phone that expensive mid-pandemic. I would just skip it. But if this phone was available in blue, I would actually think of getting it in like no cost EMI. Like, there are so many offers right now going on. If you pre-order this phone, you can actually get like almost 20,000 rupees of goodies and stuff, or even you can apply for a no cost EMI, which again I suggest doing that if you are actually going to buy this phone in mid-pandemic. Like, 8,600 per month is not bad at all if you are looking forward to buy a 1 lakh rupee phone, because it's really worth it considering how beautiful this phone is. But the S Pen is on the left. So yeah, for the longest time it was on the right, and just using the phone in left hand, it's really weird to get it out from left. Yeah, it's really weird. If you just hold the phone in right, which most of the time I do, it's one UI, it's meant for one-handed usage, and just getting the S Pen from this side is much more easier. That's why I think most of the reviewers on YouTube currently don't actually review the S Pen. Yeah, even though it has now AI for advanced prediction, then again the response time has been almost cut down into half thanks to the 120Hz display. But getting it from the left, it's just so awkward. Considering how big this phone is, it's almost like dangling from the half of this body, and just getting this thing in the other hand, yeah, it's really awkward. I don't know why it's on the left. Of course, for the massive camera module right over there, but getting the camera on the right would have been a better option, to be honest, than just shifting the whole S Pen. It's really weird because it's the whole point of the phone. So yeah, unlocking the phone, you have a very beautiful 120Hz Quad HD panel, which still doesn't support Quad HD. Yeah, again, the One UI does actually scale down most of the games which do actually support with a bit of a modding to just 60 Hz, cause preserving battery. Like, I was using this phone in almost like a high performance mode, and in red in front of me. Like I've been using this thing on the 96 Hz mode and it's been much more better than before. I mean, like I can see things actually. It's not a huge motion blur. Like after a day, you will feel all the displays in the world just stuttering over here and there, and this thing just extremely butter smooth, and it would be having just motion blurs everywhere. So 96 Hz is a much preferable option, to be honest, right over here. Like I can finally see things and it's not like laggy at all. It's still very smooth, but again we have paid like 1 lakh, so of course 120 Hz, but it doesn't come with quad HD. So again it begs the question that much more phones like half of the price, like the OnePlus 8 Pro or even like some of the phones from Oppo, does actually offer quad HD 120 Hz, but even at the high performance mode and 1080p 120, the battery drain in front of me, and if you're using 4G all the time, bye bye. Like there are a lot of under the hood changes with just the scrolling and everything refined. Like for example, with the web-based apps like the Play Store or any kind of marketplace, yeah, it's a bit stuttery. I know it's Exynos with web, but yeah, with Android 11, that would be a heck a lot of smoother, and Play Store just crashed. It's been already 10 minutes. But yeah, the One UI 2.5 experience has been just pretty much the same. Like the S Pen has been getting few air command options, like now it's a list rather than being a revolver type thing. Again, you have the battery life right over there, you have translate, pen up, just everything right over here. But functionality has been just same. Like I can remember all the features like I've been using on my Galaxy Note 9 just being right over here. Like you can directly open pen up and everything. So yeah, the app integration has been far more better, but the functionality is just same. Like I can just directly erase the background and the AI just works amazing. Again, just talking about the camera, it's amazing. There are far more improvements when compared to the Galaxy S20 Ultra. Not that I've seen one earlier, but the focusing over here is mad. Like the laser focus over here is one of the best decisions by the Samsungs at the cost of being less on the equipment. Like there is no TOF sensor, and Apple would be coming with a LiDAR scanner, I guess, with the iPhone 12 Pro series. But Samsung has actually even removed the TOF sensor that was actually coming with the Note 10 or just the Galaxy S20 series. So the AR experience over here hasn't been that great, but the camera now remembers most of the modes that you have been left with. So for example, if you just exit the camera right over here, you can just go to the camera and still it's on wide angle. Yeah. So it remembers bunch of the things. Again, in terms of functionality is still this. Why did it just crash? This phone hasn't been launched yet to the public, at least in India. But over here you have the Pro mode for video, live focus, everything has been just same as the Galaxy S20 Ultra. But over here the zooming is now locked to 50x rather than being on something like 120 on 100x. So again, it just begs the question, flagship killers. Mi 10 Ultra is coming soon. It has 120x zoom and this has 50x. Again, we are paying double than that over here. But yeah, the S Pen experience, yeah. So you have the super slow-mo, everything has been just refined a lot from the S20 Ultra, especially the focusing, which was the major part. Everyone just turned down on the Ultra. Like you can look over here, the bokeh from that massive sensor is just beautiful. Like it produces DSLR like quality, which can be a bit hectic in low light conditions, but even with the laser focusing over here, you can see when compared to my Galaxy S10, it just completely missed the focus, while over here the Note 20 Ultra completely focused, took a 7-second night shot, and it was just amazing when compared to the f1.5 of that thing. So yeah, bigger sensors, f1.8 we know here. So talking about the performance, which has been the most highlight, like everyone begged a Snapdragon processor in India at least, or major of the countries like their homeland, Korea, China, Dubai, which has been getting Snapdragon versions over here and there, but this time Samsung, only USA gets the Snapdragon 865 Plus. Yeah, everyone begged for the Snapdragon, and Samsung even cut down the processors from the countries which used to get a Snapdragon. Like I just don't get the point right over here. The difference over here in this time is massive. The Exynos 990 when compared to Snapdragon 865 Plus, like the scores are between 530k to 670k. That's like a generation gap. 130k on Antutu benchmark speaks a lot. Like I haven't been noticing like any kind of lags and stuff. One UI 2.5 has been taking care a lot of things, but if you talk about raw performance, I can game 60 FPS. Like bunch of the games that I tried on my Galaxy S20 Plus did actually lag, and they weren't on the highest settings. For example, right now over here, there have been updates to the GPU driver, so Asphalt 9 and everything just works on the highest setting at 60 FPS. But we are talking 120 Hz territory, and I don't think it can hold up. So summing up this review, to be honest, it's a premium flagship phone at a premium price, like 1,05,000. If you add up like 5,000, you can of course buy a 11 Pro Max at 64 gigs, which is a bit weird. This phone starts at 256 gigs with 12 GB of RAM. So yeah, equipment list is there: 108 MP camera, 8K video recording, which is kinda crap. Yeah, it's very jittery. Complete camera review would be coming after this, but if you want S Pen, Note 10 Lite is available. If you want 120Hz optimum experience, I would really suggest to go with the OnePlus 8 Pro, which has mimic technology, which even upscales 60 FPS videos to 120 or even runs at a Quad HD 120Hz display. So if you are a die-hard fan of Samsung who has been using Samsung phones from the beginning, like I've been using mine from Galaxy S4, this is the way to go. But just completely going over 1,05,000 just doesn't justify a lot. And that's pretty much it for my review of Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Peace.